Yep, this is Puzzle Quest: The Legend Returns on the Nintendo Switch. This game apparently, I think this game came out on the Switch about 4 or 5 years ago. I don't even remember anymore. I didn't know there was a demo for it. I already owned this game on the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation Portable. And I want to say I own the PC disc. Yeah, I want to say I bought the disc version on PC, if you can believe they actually made physical versions of PC games back then. But I remember this game's also available on the Switch. It's been improved in the sense that they added a lot of quality of life features to this game, and I'm a big fan of that because the original PlayStation Portable version was extremely slow in terms of, well, it was hard to find matches, and a lot of the animations were kind of sluggish. I mean, it's what you'd expect. It's the first game in a franchise on really old hardware. So they said 10 years later, I think it was about 10 years after the game was released, I guess they figured that, you know what, let's speed things up. Let's kind of put a new gloss on it. Let's make it a much better looking game. And they did. I mean, as good as a game like this could look, I suppose. I think you would need to give this game a massive visual overhaul to make it look good. It's functional. But let's be honest, it's a match 3 puzzle game. Let's not kid ourselves here. And I played as Nakia. Yeah, I can delete her. That's fine. Nakia the warrior. See the resemblance? Yeah, she totally looks like she's from Wakanda, right? So we'll start from the beginning. Again, this is just the demo version, which I downloaded for free from the Nintendo eShop. I think the game is still like $15. You might be better off waiting for a sale. As I recall, so we'll do easy mode for this part of the demo. As I recall, this game did get released. I don't know if it actually was made. I guess it was made available on the PlayStation 4. I can confirm that as of July 2023, the Puzzle Quest 3 came out. It's a free-to-play game apparently, which I was in the middle of downloading on the PlayStation 4. But like I said, it's too hot. I'm trying not to download stuff on my PlayStation 4 right now. Monks are medium difficulty. So Wizard's easy mode. We'll choose easy mode for this part. Like I said, those are our choices. So we'll say that she's from Wakanda. We'll say that Shuri and her colonizer boyfriend, I guess, had a kid or something. I don't know. What are we doing here? We can skip that. Yeah, the game already saved. Okay, I guess I turned off the music. I'm not complaining. I mean, the music's not bad. I mean, the music actually gets okay when you do the actual fighting. But it's just too loud. There it is. We're skipping that. And so we move your cursor there, etc. and so forth. So it's still node-based, but yeah. So they still have this free-roaming cursor for some reason, so they didn't really improve that. I did play the PlayStation Portable version literally a couple of days ago. So that game's pretty sluggish too, but there are some things I wish they had fixed, but they haven't fixed that yet. Let's see. So we have one magic spell we can equip. Eventually, we can take up to 6 spells into combat. But we're not doing anything with these just yet. So we have one magic spell we can take with us. And we're in our home city, so we're fine. We're not going to change home cities yet. We're not going to worry about it. Any other settings? Yeah, gem swap hints. This was not in the original PlayStation Portable version. In this game, the game will sort of guide you towards certain gems that could be selected in order to make matches. So it's more like Gems of War, because Gems of War was kind of a spiritual sequel to this game. I've done like 100 hours in that game on the PlayStation 4. I did 100 hours on the phone. I did like maybe 20 hours on the Nintendo Switch. So I played a lot of that game. And I was a huge fan of, I still think Gems of War is the best free-to-play game I've played. But I've only really played like 4 of them. What was it? It was Warframe, Path of Exile, and Genshin Impact, which were all good. They were all decent. But Gems of War is the one game I would consider good. I would consider great, but it's a real, especially now, it's a massive grind, as you would expect. But it's the perfect game for when you're not going anywhere for a while and you just want to like crank out a bunch of quick fights. And that some of them aren't quick. If you're learning the game, it can be very challenging. And I was always a fan of that. I can go into more detail about that later. But this game is considered to be the best in the series. I don't blame people for preferring this game, but it's only 1v1 fights. You don't have a team of 4 against a team of 4 like you do in Gems of War. That's a game where you're more like building up magic. You're matching gems to build up spells that you can use to attack enemies or heal yourself or perform certain buffs and debuffs. This game is simply 1 versus 1, which isn't bad. You just have to know going in. That's the kind of game it is. We'll stick with the basics. We have to gather some. We're not going to be able to open it. We're not going to unlock any of this. You can unlock stuff here in the castle. That's one thing this game did very well that Gems of War never picked up on. All the stuff about building up your town so you can actually like gain new abilities, you don't really have to do that in Gems of War. In Gems of War, you're just kind of leveling up so that you can get more money. You're just leveling up your town so you can get more currency, really. And maybe you unlock one new like troop, which is really just a trash troop that you'll never use ever. But in this game, as I recall, you're actually getting useful things like spells. You can fight enemies in the overworld like multiple times. I think after the 3rd time you fight them, you can capture them, throw them in a dungeon, and torture them for magic spells. Stuff like I think you get skills from them. You can farm enemies for skills. Again, the kind of thing the kind of thing that you would do in an RPG with like an item farming system or a spell farm, like character growth, character progression linked to the activities you do in combat. It's another extra thing to do other than just fighting enemies, which I admit is most of what you do in Gems of War. But we'll get to that later. So once you've reached our destination, you may need to do something. So a sparkling location is a list of actions you can perform. So we're going to visit our father. Skip.
Quest complete.
I don't remember if the story was any good. Hooray, I completed my first quest. This is not a zombie game. Practice dummy. There have been complaints about how, extra gold. Well, first of all, what's the point of fighting a hard enemy that won't fight back? I don't remember if this is in the original game, though. So you get less golden experience, normal. So if you just want to get past a particularly hard fight, you can lower the difficulty. In the PlayStation Portable version, there are some very hard fights about an hour into the game. I think there's like a few bats in the game that are vampire bats that can heal themselves by... They can suck out your life points and steal them. They are very hard early in the game. You're going to have to grind up to get past them. By grinding, we mean avoid them and come back and fight other enemies and come back later. Puzzle Quest on the original PlayStation Portable is that kind of game. You will have to spend like maybe 20 or 30... A fight could last anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes if it's really long. So, understand that going in. Puzzle Quest is a lot of fun, but it has a lot. You need to be able to speed it up. In my knowledge, there was no way to speed up the game. There is sort of a speed chess function in that game where you could limit the amount of time you spend looking for pieces to match. And there are illegal moves in this game that weren't in Gems of War. In this game, if you accidentally choose the wrong piece, the game will punish you. I guess they got rid of the illegal moves here. Maybe they're not in place where you're dealing with a practice dummy. In the PlayStation Portable version, if you accidentally move a piece the wrong way, it's called an illegal move, you take damage, and you lose your turn. This game does not have that system. Or at least Gems of War does it, and this game might have gotten rid of that. I figured it would be an option you can turn on. But if I'm being brutally honest, it's a meaningless mechanic. Because the only way you could get hurt is if you accidentally move your thumb in the wrong direction. So I'm glad they got rid of that for Gems of War, because that eventually became a phone game. Imagine being punished because your finger slipped on a phone screen. So again, punishing people for making, quote, an illegal move is stupid in a game like this. Because it takes you maybe 5 minutes to figure out the rules. So what's the point of punishing someone whose finger slipped? Again, it makes no sense. This is a turn-based game. The strategy is based on the piece you choose to move. It's not based on, oh, you're not just randomly switching pieces willy-nilly. Like, I can understand having like a 3-strike system. Where, yeah, if you try to move pieces illegally 3 times, yeah, they think you're futzing around. They're going to punish you for that. I don't see the point of penalizing someone who just slipped. Because I was playing the PlayStation 2 version, and my finger slipped multiple times. Again, it's typical match 3 moves. You match 3 colors, pieces disappear. Swap these gems to get some gold. Swap these gems for 3 in a row. So when you match these 3, they disappear, and you collect the number of gems. So you see a number that appears based on a color. That's the color you earn on the top left-hand side of the screen right there. And that's all up here. You can see what all these you're building up your mana. Now, why are you doing that? Because eventually you can activate this spell, which you can use. So if you have 4 red points and 4 yellow points, you can fire this firebolt, which does 4 damage points to the enemy, plus an additional point of damage for every 8 red mana you have. Which means you aren't going to do a massive amount of damage, because as I recall, you can only have 25 pips of energy in each color. We'll worry about the mastery system later. I don't think it's terribly important just yet. Basically, if you increase your mastery, then that means you eventually get like extra mana points beyond what you would normally get with a color match like this. Like, I got 3 mana for matching 3 blues. That's fine. So match these. I think the old point is to get... If you match 4, you get an extra turn. So you definitely want to match 4 if you can. This game does not have an L matching system like Gems of War does. So keep that in mind. If you're going to match 3 across, match 3 vertically. Don't try to do T shapes or L shapes. Those don't count for anything, apparently. And here's the hint system that's currently in place. You can see that little blue piece shining. That's the hint system that I activated. So the game will show you, based on this gem swap hint system, a piece you can choose. So it speeds up some of the matches, when I was playing the PS2 and the PS Portable version, I'm scanning the screen for like a minute, for like half a minute, looking for matches or cascades. The ability, if you can, so eventually you get better at it. But the whole point is that this hint system makes it easier for you to find matches more quickly, so that helps. It makes the game easier. It makes the game go faster, but the game's not that hard. You still want to look for your own match 4s and your own cascades, your own chain matches. Because like if you make certain matches, pieces will fall. And that could cause other matches in turn, so stuff like that. It's always nice. You're doing well. Keep matching groups of 3 gems until the practice dummy has no points left. Press the L button, and then we can activate this firebolt spell, which will use 4 of our red and our yellow points. 4 red and gold does 5 damage to the enemy that time. Because remember, I had what, 7 red mana? I guess I had 8 red mana, so it gave me an extra point of damage on that. I'm not gonna complain. But again, this enemy won't fight back. We're just practicing, so don't worry about it. Oh, let's see. How's that a match? Like, that's the match. And we can do and this is how we damage enemies directly. Matching skulls. So always look for skull matches. I usually look for match 4s. And then I look for skulls. Because you never want to let the enemy get a skull match. Especially in this game, because enemies can really wreck you. I seem to recall in the original PlayStation 2 and PSP versions where enemies could win by like getting like 3 or 4 chain matches that were completely unanticipated. Just total random drops. And that is not uncommon in this game. So you will lose a lot of matches. About 2 or 3 hours into the game, you will lose a lot of matches because enemies just get really lucky drops. It can get frustrating after a while. And I would argue it gets frustrating in a way that Gems of War is never frustrating, because Gems of War does a much better job of giving you a wide variety of activities you could do if you get stuck in one area. If you just want to faff about and fight individual enemies, you can. Kind of grind up that way. Grinding, I would argue grinding for experience isn't really that important in Gems of War. After the first couple of hours, it's not really that important. If you just unlock kingdom battles, you know what I mean? You just get into fights, you just go into kingdoms and fight a bunch of enemies in the kingdom, go through the quest line, then you can unlock, then you unlock the kingdom, then you can like do more serious fights to get better loot, better troops, that kind of thing. So Gems of War gives you more to do. If you get stuck on one particular fight, there's usually way more to do. This game does have a few like multiple quest options. You're allowed to hoard quests. Oh, we got a wild card here. Surprised they didn't explain that. Match 4 on the wild card. So I got a lot of yellow here, so I can just eat that and kill the enemy. Done. This game was apparently developed in Unity. It's a perfect example of a game you would use Unity for, because basically the matches don't eat up a lot of memory. You can do memory management after every match. So apparently one of the problems with Unity is, Unity I think used to be a free, or at least it's a more affordable way to develop video games. If you want to develop for the Nintendo Switch, I want to say Nintendo gave you a free copy of the Unity development kit. I don't know that much about game engines. All I know is that Unreal is supposed to be the most popular one. Fortnite uses it. A bunch of developers use it. So it's easy to pull talent. It's easy to like if you want to work on a new game, you're like, hey, I've developed games in Unreal Engine before. We're hired, because you already know the software they're using. Unity's fine apparently for indie developers. If you're really hardcore, you can do your own C++ engine, but who would possibly do that? Like, I can do stuff in C and Perl and Python, but that's text-based stuff. I would never do graphical video games. All the games I tried to develop were all text randomization matches. You could simulate. For instance, you could simulate stuff easily using C or Python or stuff like that. I think Python's good for practicing certain logic, if you will, practicing certain ideas for games. But if you really know what you're doing, then you dig into actual Unity development and crap like that. But if you just want to, here's advanced combat practice. But if you actually want to dig into actual game development, I always recommend just doing simple number games, or simple text-based games. Work on simulation, work on setting random number generation, stuff like that. Work on the math, work on the logic. Don't worry so much about storytelling, because that's easily done. When you're not doing the serious stuff, you can do the storytelling stuff. You can do that stuff in your sleep. But if you're actually mapping a video game, designing video games, I would definitely spend more time on the math. And of course, on some of the design principles, where can you go early in the game? What triggers that? Which triggers another thing, that kind of thing. You have to practice with that to test it, to see how well it works in terms of the gameplay. You don't want your game to be totally random. You kind of want it to be somewhat deterministic. I think puzzle games like this might be a little rough, because I don't know enough about puzzle math to make a game like this, frankly. Some people probably have figured it out. I haven't spent much time studying this kind of game development. If you ask me to design a progression system, sure, but developing puzzle math to me, developing puzzle logic in a game like this, to me, I don't understand how that works, to be honest with you. I could probably spend more time studying it. Okay, so we're actually going to fight someone who's going to fight back, so be careful. So as usual, look for the match 4s. If you don't see any, then just match skulls. That's my logic. The order of operations is always look for match 4s, so you can earn extra turns. If none appear, look for skull matches. If they don't appear, try counter matching. Like steal some of the gems they need to build up their spells. I press right on the D-pad. Steal the gems they need for spells, because you can use them. I think the thrust might be a problem. But this enemy doesn't have any really strong magic spells, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Is there a button that shows, yeah, in resume game? Nothing. Okay, in Gems of War, the game would tell you how many colored pieces are on the board. It's like, oh, there are 15 yellows on the board. There are 12 blues on the board. Or in some cases, and of course, if you activated certain spells, the game would tell you, oh, you're getting a bonus of however many damage points because you have 8 gems in your inventory. You know what I mean? You have 8 red gems. So this spell will do 2 extra points of damage, like that kind of thing. So again, that's the kind of stuff that Gems of War added to make the game flow better. In a glance, you know how much damage you're going to do most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Why they want me to match? Oh, it's a wild card. So they want me to match the reds. So right now we want yellows. So steal reds and yellows. Blues, we can't. Blues are blockers. So in other words, if we match blues, we don't get anything out of it. We keep him from gathering them. But if we can steal reds and yellows, so that's always good. So I argue we should look for red and yellow matches first, preferably from the bottom of the screen, because that means you're increasing the likelihood that something will fall from the top that'll work in your favor. That seems to be a generic strategy for games like this. I'm not going to worry about matching. I'm not going to worry about matching gold. I don't care about gold that much. But I don't see any red and gold matches. Can we steal a blue? Nope, so I guess we're matching gold. We can also match experience stars. Purple experience stars. Again, if my ally gets gold, I don't care. Gold is easily obtained in this game as far as I'm concerned. Like I'm not sweating gold. No red or gold matches I can grab that are easy. You can't steal a blue either. So I guess we'll steal a gold. Counter matches do work in this game. By the way, let me see if I can hear the music. Four of a kind. I'll take that extra turn. And I got a +5 right here. The +5 destroys all. The +5 skull destroys all the pieces around it. So I got a couple of really good matches right there. Let me steal this blue match after the red match. So I got a chain match. Yeah, so I got a 4 chain there. 4 in a row right here. So this knight's dead. I got the extra turn too, so let me grab this. He's almost dead. In fact, I can kill him right now with my firebolt. So the best thing to do is just end the game. As my character gains levels, their battle... As your character gains levels and improves their battle skills, they'll do more damage. Let's worry about that later. Let's just kill him. Done.
Quest complete.
So I can level up. I usually go for cunning because... where is it? Yeah, you gain more experience and gold from defeated foes. So basically, if you want to level up more quickly, just increase your cunning. It's the quickest way to level up. Let's see. Extra life points. That sounds good. I don't remember... Yeah, morale was in the original game. Yes, it was. Water mastery. So it gives you slightly more mana when you make matches. Increases the number of blue points you can hoard. So I think the maximum right now is 25. This increases that maximum by 1. So if you want to hoard a bunch of colors, you can. Which is interesting, I suppose. So I already have. So I'm a wizard, so I've already leveled up with these elements, I guess. Okay, so if I match 3 red gems, I get 20. I get 15% more mana, and I start with more with a higher maximum fire mana level. So instead of 25, I think I get 27. I don't know. I'll double check. I'm not that worried about it. This increases the amount of damage I do with skulls. So in this case, a 3 skull match inflicts +4 damage. That's cool. Chance of an extra turn when you match gold coins. When you match purple stars, you get a slight... You have a 0% chance of an extra turn right now. We'll worry about that later. But for now, like I said, I just want more experience. I want to earn more experience more quickly, so that's what this is for. Also, when you start a match, the character with the most cunning goes first. Just keep that in mind. So I can level up anytime I don't have to level up now. I can level up anytime I want by just choosing that up arrow on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So we have 2 spells available. What's this? Adds 5 to red mana. So you collect a bunch of other colors. Like, let's say, for instance, you haven't been able to make any red matches. You can just convert your green, yellow, and blue into red mana. So you're exchanging. There's a 1-turn cooldown for this move, that's kind of interesting. Some characters have longer cooldowns. Like, there are some characters that have very strong moves where you have to wait 3 turns or 5 turns before you can use them again, which is an interesting restriction. I'm 100% against practice dummies. That's how you do that. And the game automatically saves, so we're fine. Does the story ever matter in puzzles? No, it doesn't. It's not. The story isn't bad. It's just completely unremarkable. It's supposed to be a RPG, but the RPG elements that work are numbers based, not narrative. You could make a good Puzzle Quest story if you wanted, but you know, whatever. It's just a clothesline on which the combat and the tactical decisions outside of combat can be placed. So I don't know what to tell you. Knights may thrust at a single chosen grid on the board, destroying a gen. It can also call, but yeah, that's basic stuff. We'll fight them later. First, travel to Syria. So the current quests are right there. And a thief just attacked me, so let's see what's up. Not only they can do a small amount of damage, so they get a free hit on you, just like the goblins in Gems of War. They can also steal your gold, don't care. Ouch! And thief goes first, I guess. I do like this song. "12 cunning, 3 cunning." So the character with the most cunning goes first. That makes sense. You know, unlike Gems of War, this song is in stereo. Just saying. So steal every color you want. We're going to use every color to beat this guy. I would argue the sneak attack is steal the greens and the blues, because that's a free hit on us. So don't let him get that attack on us. We can't speed up the fight, just so you know. That was a lucky 4-of-a-kind skull drop. The quintessential Puzzle Quest experience. Ow. Guess I deserve that. After that lucky skull 4 I got. turn. Whoops! Okay, no damage. I didn't take any damage there. You leave the skull match? You left the skull match there, idiot. Yeah.
You are victorious.
I was gonna kill him on the next turn anyway. I had enough gold, I had enough yellow balls for the firebolt to match with all the red I had. I'm gonna stop calling them gold because gold is an actual currency. So I'm just gonna call the gold. I'm gonna call the gold ones yellow balls instead of gold balls. There were no gold matches in Gems of War. You just earned gold when you matched yellow stones, I believe. Yellow gems. Wish the brother would. Try to get the jump on me. Okay. So that gives me more cunning, which means I earn more experience. Let me check on something. So I gain 28% more experience in gold from defeated foes. Then eventually I'll grab this. Because I at least want a chance of getting an extra turn. So when matching gold coins, there's a slim chance of an extra turn. So I guess if I take this, I get the same thing. Just a slightly improved chance. But you don't match purple stars for a chance at an extra turn.
Quest complete.
Ooh, I got a longsword. I got a longsword. Where's the inventory? Got a fire shield. Protects against 1 point of damage whenever you receive 2 or more damage. And it lasts for 8 turns. Plus an additional turn for every 3 of your red mana. So if you have, like, every multiple of 3, it could be used to give you an additional turn beyond the 8. That's cool. Oh, here we go. There's my inventory. So I can equip this. It's already equipped. It adds 4 points to your battle skill. Gives a 10% chance to protect against 1 point. That is a very... a 10% chance that I'll nick 1 point of damage off an attack. That's pretty ridiculously low. Let me check on something. So how can I see my current abilities? What's my battle skill? I don't know how much battle skill I have. Okay, so I press Y on the gamepad to see my current quests. You must learn... Okay, we'll do that later. So I have 1 quest left, surprisingly. Alright. I can also buy stuff here, right? Yeah, I can go to the... First I go to the tavern and unlock a few things. They are not a place to get drunk. What kind of game is this? Oh, father. Again, it's all like empty lore. Don't give a crap about it. Yeah, couldn't care less about the Puzzle Quest lore. I barely even understand Skyrim lore. I've been playing that game for 1,000 hours. Think I'm going to be paying attention to Puzzle Quest lore? One of these days, they'll make a game like this that's like really freaking good in terms of the storytelling. I'm going to be like, whatever. I'll just watch a YouTube video. They'll explain the story to me, I guess. I can shop here. Items in green are too expensive. Items in red require higher skill. So there's level gating in this game. Creates a random purple star at the start of each of your turns. I don't see why I would want that. It's also too expensive. I can also sell crap I don't want. If I needed the money. Like, okay, so if I buy... No. Like, what would I buy? No. Get rid of that. Okay. If I buy something here, what would I buy? Probably a better helmet. But this stuff is too redonkulously expensive. This stuff's too redonkulously expensive. Yeah, that's a very expensive way to get 1 extra pip of blue mana. I don't think that's worth it at all. Bartonia. Well, it's good to play a Puzzle Quest game that doesn't require an online component. Which is what this game is. This game is supposed to be the game we're supposed. This is the game you want to play anyway. So I'll just hoard these. The Bat Quest is really hard. Level 6 required. You might need to be level 10 to get past them. Those vampire bats are really frustrating. Like, I'm not even joking. They're really bad. So we'll do that later. I only have 4 quests at a time, and I only have 3 right now, so we're fine. Get rid of that. So if you press Y on the D-pad, if you press Y on the controller, you can then use the D-pad to switch between the different locations of each quest. I don't think that's in the original PlayStation Portable game. Yeah, like I said, I played it a couple of days ago, so I remember more about this game than the average person would if they were playing this game in 2023. And no quest available, but there's a skeleton blocking the path back. So let's pick a fight with him. You can also wake the dead, turning ordinary skulls into +5. I have more cunning than the skeleton. I am more cunning than a skeleton. Yeah, he's rank 1 cunning. See, right there on the bottom center? So that's why I go first, because I'm cunning rank 3 or 5. Let me check on something. Extra life points. Extra experience from defeated foes. And I get a 25% more mana from wildcard matches. So that's cool. Okay, I will just steal all the colors. Red and yellow first, I think. I'll just get my firebolt charged up. Can I drop these two? Yeah, drop these. Perfect, yeah. I got the match 4 on the stars above me. So that's always good. No match here. I guess I can drop it. Nope. Ow! I left that there. I should not have done that. Get a match red with the wild card. Got a lucky skull match there. Okay, if you want purple stars, go ahead. What's he gonna do with experience? I should have taken the red. Red and yellow. We left a 4 in a row on the board. I can hit it. Okay. I'm going to charge up my magic, because if I use my magic spell, that kills a turn. That ends my turn. So I'm going to hold on to this magic for a while. I probably should, because he can drain it from me. 6 points of damage. Don't drop that skull. Do the easy thing. Ha! Hit him with the +5. This will blow up. If I hit him with this, this will blow up all the pieces around it, including all the skulls around it. So any +5 skull you see blows up all the pieces around it when you match it, like this, which is always nice. Explosive skulls are always good. I think they're called Doom Skulls in Gems of War. Huh. That was a lucky match. And I win. Nice. Heroic effort. So cascades of 5 or more are good, but they're really lucky. It's hard to match 5. Basically, the way it works is that you set up a chain of 2 or possibly 3. And if you're lucky, you'll get you'll get a chain of 2 matches after that. But it's almost impossible to set up a chain of 5 intentionally. Usually what happens is you match near the bottom of the screen, which causes a cascade for the second match and possibly a third. And then if you're lucky, the game will randomly generate 2 more matches as part of the chain. What I just did right there is completely lucky. I can only set up a match of 2. I can only set up a chain of 2 intentionally. Sometimes 3, but rarely more than 2. So if you get 5 in a row, that's just luck. Because there's no way you could have predicted the pieces. Because the play field is so small, it's almost impossible to set up a match 5. It's impossible to set up a chain of 5 matches. Because there's no way for you to know what's on the top of the board. So don't even worry about it. It's not that kind of game. And let's try one morale. What do we got? You have 6 skill points. So we'll leave 1 for morale. Can I take 1 for morale? It won't let me increase my morale. That's interesting. I can't increase my battle either. That's weird. Oh, it costs 3 points. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. The cost of morale increase is 3 points, not 2. Okay, whatever. I'm not worried about that. I almost never match that crap. I almost never match morale. So I'll increase my cunning as much as I want. I don't care. What do we got? Get quests. Again, the Bats quest is hard, so we're not going to mess with that yet. I'll probably end the video with the Bat quest, because it's kind of annoying. Theria. Okay, what do we got here? The Royal Crypt. Search the crypt. Tales from the Crypt Keeper. Wasn't paying attention to what he said. Yeah, Wake the Dead with a green man, I think, right? Yeah, whatever. So, usual strategy. Should not have done that. See, he left a skull match sitting right there. Because the AI isn't that. What's this? Ooh, that's for 10 turns. That's cool. Reduce your enemy's mana reserve by 5 turns. That's whatever. Not that interested. Red and yellow, same as usual. It's not a safe drop. 1, 2, 3. It's a dangerous drop. It gives the opponent an extra turn. It gives the opponent a skull match. It's not fair. Was that sitting there the whole time? Lucky. That was very lucky. Uh-oh. Ow. Was that sitting there the whole time? I need some reds. Let's go for the reds. Let's get some more reds. Oops! That's a bad drop. That was an unlucky drop. A very unlucky drop. Match 4. Look at that. Double match 4. Match 4s are always good, because extra turns are always good. They give you more mana and more time to plan your next move. That's a red. Let's grab the red. Okay, we're good. Okay, I like this song. I'll be quiet. Hit him. Yeah, I'm maxed out on reds. Gotta eat one of them. Free turn, because I had more than 8 red mana. Nope, dead. I can just keep hitting him with that. Let's grab that first. Got that wild card. Ow! Bastard. Ah! Mana drain. That's never a problem in Gems of War. You don't lose all your mana. So I should not have hoarded that for as long as I did. I should not have hoarded that for as long as I did. That was bad. Oh, look at that lucky... He left the skull match! He left the skull match up here. Lucky. Oh, I left that, idiot. I left that. Ow! It's coming down to the wire now. Hit him. Yeah, I left the red. Just a second. Lucky drop. Actually, get a bunch of lucky drops. That was a chain 6. That was total luck. Come on, man. I'm winning this one. I don't have any more yellows. Yeah, I can't use any of it. Fine. I better win this. Turn it! Okay, lucked out there. Let's kill him. Game over.
You are victorious.
That should have ended a lot sooner than it did. Yeah, it's the Puzzle Quest experience. This is the first 40 minutes of Puzzle Quest, basically. I've slain the skeleton, so let's give my morale a boost. So now I get a tiny % chance of an extra turn when I match purple stars. Hooray. It's such a pittance, I'm not even going to worry about it. So I have all of these spells. They don't earn anything at level 6, but there is a quest that opens up at level 6, actually. Just a second. There is a Bats in the Belfry quest that opens up at level 6. It's really hard, so fair warning. The Dog Hunter. Okay. So we'll see how hard that Bat quest is. 'Cause it was pretty hard when I was playing it on the PlayStation Portable a while ago. I didn't hook up my PlayStation Portable to the I can capture PlayStation Portable footage now. I need to hook that up because remember I did Valkyrie profile footage a while ago. If it's one thing I have on this channel, it's Valkyrie profile games. And I did buy Valkyrie Elysium, didn't I? I want to say I did. Yeah, there it is. It's right there. I rented it I played the demo for like a couple of hours. I rented it again from the library. I said, you know what? I'm buying this game. Like I liked the game enough that I said, you know, I'm just gonna straight up buy it. I got it on discount with a bunch of store credits. I'm not gonna complain about that. This is the kind of game that could plummet to $10 in a couple of years, or it could cost $50 a couple of years from now. It's gonna be stupid. Everything about this game just reeks of, yeah, this game's gonna cost $100 a decade from now, and I'm a mark for a death goddess. So I'm not gonna complain about that. Yeah, Lev Valkyrie got my tribute. She better appreciate that. And I'm going to be a sucker. I'm going to spend like $10 on the Valkyrie profile Lenneth remake too. 'Cause I am that noble, and here we are. How we doing? Yeah, I should have called Nakia here Lenneth Valkyrie, even though she's a wizard. She could be Mistina, right? Mistura? Is her name Mistina? Her name's Mistina in Valkyrie profile. She looks more like Mistina than Nakia from Wakanda anyway. She could be hanging out with Thor if she wanted. Bunch of Taylor Swifties up. Bunch of Taylor Swift cosplay up in here. How we doing this? Ooh, Undead Trouble. So maybe I might unlock a quest later. In fact, I might unlock a quest now. I'm not gonna do patrol duty. Can I cancel that? Abandoned quest. Yeah, it's just a repeat quest. I don't need it. I don't need that quest anymore. So that's I don't have anything else in my inventory, do I? I want to say no. So we're fine. We're over here. I think the bat's right there, isn't it? So the bat's over there in the crypt. The Dog Hunter. So let's roll. Okay, stop. We'll go down here. We'll see what's here in Gallia first. Might be something here I can unlock, because that green eye is sitting right there in front of it. Ain't no rest for the wicked when you don't grow on trees in the Borderlands. What was that Borderlands song? This ain't no place for a hero. This ain't no place for a better man. So they're basically trying to do their take on Mad Max. We don't need another hero, I guess. The grim, dark anti-hero theme. You know what? Borderlands 2 is still good. I don't know what people are whining about. Do I still own that? That Borderlands collection, I think, might be free. Yeah, I want to say Borderlands 2 is free right now. Maybe not Borderlands pre-sequel. But I already own it on PC, so I'm not going to complain about that. You know what? I always go back and always play Borderlands 2. I have no qualms about going back and playing that game from the beginning. I'm all in. Again, it's that first-person shooter that I said, you know what? I can play first-person shooters. I just need an incentive to play them. If it's just loot, that's fine. I'd rather play Borderlands 2 than a Doom clone, if I'm being honest. Like, I know what I like. I've been playing. It's not like I'm missing something, and it's inherently good about first-person shooters. I just prefer the Borderlands way of doing it. Borderlands 2 specifically. Borderlands 1 I was not a fan of. We good? Some of the level design on Borderlands pre-sequel was really annoying, but the traversal was actually kind of interesting. Yeah, Tiny Tina in Wonderlands was really disappointing. It was fine, but I mean, it felt like it was just a grind. Do I get a match 4 here? Nope. T matches don't count as match 4s. So that's unfortunate. So you're better off just matching 4. The T matches and L matches don't count in this game. Enrage, what is this? Adds a red mana total. Add your red mana total to your battle skill for each turn. Ooh. That could be a problem. Steal reds, yellows, and greens. I can't steal any reds. I just steal a green. We can use greens to channel reds. Right here, we can channel red gems with that, with the green, yellow, and blue. So if we have too many of the other colors, we can do that instead. So we always have a backup plan. Again, actual straight. Whoop, I should not have done that. I gave him a skull match. See, that was just terrible. So I'm already fighting from behind, unfortunately. So let's see what I can do. That's a safe match, right? That was not a safe match. Again, I'm getting really sloppy. I apologize. That's a skull mash. The game is somewhat slow. I mean, Gems of War has a speed slider to make to increase what does it do? It adds a lot of frame skipping. So Gems of War matches can go really fast because they reduce the animation frames. So the game, all the cascading happens really quickly. So if you're grinding, you can turn up the gain speed to like to quadruple speed if you need to like speed through. This game does not have that, surprisingly. I am very disappointed about that. That's the kind of thing that should have been added to this game. If Gems of War had it, they should have added it to this game a long time ago. It's kind of weird. They wouldn't include that. I can do the Firebolt. What's the Hand of Power? The Hand of Power. And it's 2 to damage for 6 turns. You can stack it twice. That seems interesting, I guess. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's take the easy damage. No skull match yet. But I'm going to have to start eating some turns. Because, yeah, I don't want to leave these skull matches behind. Leave that alone. Because I don't want to give him a skull match. This would normally be the time when I start using magic spells to kill my turns. To burn my turns. Because I don't want to give the enemy a skull match. Which, oh well. Well, you're trying to increase your odds, basically, by choosing the safest option on the board. Just kind of hoping the game doesn't hose you with a really bad match. Like, that was a really lucky skull. That was a really lucky drop he got a second ago. So that's the kind of thing the game does to you once in a while. That's my skull match. It's another skull match. He left that skull match. Well, he took the extra turn. I don't blame him. Well, you've seen the AI miss obvious skull matches. Like, they will avoid a skull match to take a regular, match 3, which makes no sense to me. It's not like it was winning by making that choice. Need more reds. Whoop, give me that. Should I mana burn him? Yeah, I need one more red piece. Screw it. Let's eat him. Okay, we're tied now. That's a skull match. Ah! I'm still leading, though. Yeah, screw it. I'm channeling red. Screw this. I need red. Give me that. That turn doesn't end. Good. Good. It's also on a cooldown. Yeah, it's on a cooldown, so alright. Get me. Got you now, son. It's mine. One more hit will kill him. Not yet. We need one more hit. That did it.
You are victorious.
For the loot, that's why. For the loot. Loot. And the loot. And we want loot. And when they want loot. With loot that we'll steal from winning this quest. Fine, I'll take the loot if you don't want it.
Quest complete.
Give me the loot. Just give me the loot. I don't care. I'm just here for the loot. I don't really care much about all this other stuff. I didn't get any other points. So when I level up, I get some skill points to spend. I can spend them however I want. I'm not level 7 yet, so we'll get around to that. We're gonna end this video pretty shortly. Again, you got about an hour of this game, right? This is just a demo. That's not a bad amount of content for a demo, but eventually they'll cut me off, so we'll see how it goes. I have to cut this demo up into 2 videos. Not going there. How much gold can I spend on this? Reduce the chance of rebellion in your capital. Whatever that even means. Increases the gold income by captured cities. Whatever. King or queen, which improves more. Whatever. Dungeon allows you to capture enemies and ride captured mounts. I dig that, so we'll do that. So I'll spend 250 gold. I'll spend half my gold on the dungeon. So if I defeat an enemy 3 times, I get to capture it. I think the game does explain how many enemies I've beaten. There is a bestiary, I want to say. Yeah, it's listed over here. Here it is. I've beaten skeleton twice. If I beat one more skeleton, I can capture it in the dungeon and torture it to learn its secrets. Mostly skills that I'll earn, I want to say. In fact, that'll be explained here a bit later. Let me see what it says. Rumors. Hooray. It's the year 3900. I guess maybe it's BC. Yeah, we're fine. Anything worth buying? I don't have any money for it, so screw it. I'm not worried about it. Maybe later it will matter. Maybe the gear will matter at some point. So we're not going to the bat yet. Drakenberg. Dr. Drakenberg. No Shigo, though. Drakenberg's dragon. Drakenberg's, yeah. Drakenberg, that type of dragon. Okay. Skullheim. Skellheim, sorry. Adjacent to Anaheim. So is there a quest I can... No, I guess not. What can I buy here? A bunch of expensive stuff I can't afford. That's pretty much what I expected. Okay, so I guess we'll get around to this later. Be back in a second. I'm recording this with my Skull Candy earbuds into the audio splitter. J5 Create USB-C capture device. Quad core. Laptop. Windows 10. Camera app capturing at 60 frames a second. We'll cut it to 30. This is video number 2 for the demo of Puzzle Quest. The Legend Returns on the Nintendo Switch. Again, this is a demo that I downloaded offline. I'm currently playing it. I downloaded online, and I'm currently playing it offline. Unlike Puzzle Quest 3, which seems to have dropped in 2023, this game can be played offline. I want to say this game came out several years ago, like around 2018 or 2019. I'll have to double check. And we're just here grind. I'm trying to grind it. I'm trying to see how much content is included here in the demo, which is way more than I expected, to be honest. Fight the zombie. Works for me. Level 7. This might be tough. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Inflict disease will drain your mana. It can also eat skulls. Getting one of their best eat skulls. Right. Yeah, okay, we'll worry about that later. Okay. I guess I have more cunning than a zombie. Yep. Zombie has 0 cunning. Do that match for it. I can set up a wild card here if I want. You can't wild card zombies apparently. Leave those skulls alone. You don't want to drop those for an enemy. Dangerous drop. Oh, this is a safe drop. So I thought. No one's biting on this red match that drops the 2 skulls, huh? Now they're dropping it. See, now we got scourged. Now I can take that skull match. Someone had to take it eventually. Or eat a magic spell. These yellow and blue aren't going to help me, are they? Nah. If I knew I was going to get a 4 in a row, sure, it might be worth it. Now I can start using some of these spells. Which I'm probably going to start using spells if I don't see any safe moves for me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It's a bad drop. I can stun the enemy, though. It's perfectly fine. I do have a stun, don't I? No, I don't. Yeah, I don't have a stun. I have a firebolt, which isn't bad. So this will do 2 extra pips of damage because I have 21 reds. 3 extra pips of damage, I guess. Okay, no complaints. Yeah, I can start eating some of these spells. What's the Hand of Power here? That's 2 damage for 6 turns. Maybe. Fine. Why not? Safe fish match. Or not. So I guess I'm not paying attention.
Heroic effort.
What's up? We're still tied, unfortunately. And I can do that. It's a free turn. Free turn for a mana burn. Yeah, reduces their mana reserves and doesn't end my turn. Look at that lucky skull drop. Garbage. Oh, that was not a match 4. Okay. L's don't count as match 4. You get a lot of mana, but they don't count as match 4. I keep forgetting. See? Doesn't count as a wild card for skulls. Take that.
That was a heroic effort.
Time for that W. Let's end this fight. We'll end it now.
You are victorious.
And that's the demo. That's the limit for experience I'm allowed to gain in this demo. Well, I guess that explains it. So I hit my level cap for the demo. Kind of amazing. So what quests am I not allowed to do because the level cap has been reached? I'm level 7, so I want to say there are a couple of bats I'm going to have to deal with. Let's see. So remember, I have a cap on this. So I can't level up anymore anyway. So I shouldn't have done that. That's okay. Demo limit reached. So what else do we do here? Over here. Well, someone's waiting for us. Ooh. Destroys all gold. Okay. That seems cool. No more yellows, huh? Lucky drop. Amazing. Simply amazing. Take that. Boom. Big bada boom. Yellow's here. What should be a skull drop? I called it. I kind of just called that. Okay, I'm gonna win. Yes, I'm gonna fireball. Boom, we'll take that. 4 pips of damage. Remaster plus 4 damage. Done.
You are victorious.
Win again. How much money do you think I can earn during this demo? That might be the question. Not doing that. See how bad this bat attack gets. Yeah, they can drain. They have vampire health. That's gonna be a problem. I do have healing abilities, right? No, I don't have healing abilities here. So basically, I have to keep him from doing the vampirism, which is the red and yellow. So I have to steal those reds and yellows. And those are the that's the mana he needs to actually get that vampire spell going. I have to keep this in mind. The vampire spell right here is going to be a problem because it steals life, so it keeps the bat healthy, and that's the problem. It regenerates its health. Stealing mine's not as much of a problem. It's the fact that it keeps regenerating his health that's the problem. That's why these fights last so long when you're fighting the bat. You need like a lot of really heavy spells to like whack them, and you need spells that eat all the yellow and the red gems most likely. We'll get to that eventually. I'll take that. Ugh, haste. That can't be good. Lasts for 10 turns even. No reds and yellows, huh? Alright, so I guess we're going... Any of the other colors are fine. I can channel those other colors into reds by using this. I'll take that blue. So I still need some yellows, but there are none. Whoop, that's a match 5. So I'll take that wild card. I can do green. Green's fine. We can channel that into red if we absolutely need it. I'll take that. Funny how many reds show up on the board after I make a match. Let's take some reds right here. And the mana drain. So now I'm back to 0. And I took a hit right there. Amazing. Kind of amazing. Match 4 on the stars, though. I'll take that. I think it's really amazing that we had a mana burn as soon as I ported a bunch of mana from the wild card there. That sucked. Look at that. And with the bolt. Mana burn sounds like a better idea, actually. It took away all of his yellow gems, so that's good. How did he get that extra turn? I guess he just earned it. He randomly earned it. Should have double checked that skull drop. Alright, it's not looking good. Give me that yellow. Wow. Look at that. That's how you get a heroic effort. That's looking good, though. They gotta use up some of this magic. Eat all the magic. And a fire shield. We'll take the fire shield so that we can absorb a bit of damage if needed. Since we're about to die anyway, might as well eat some of this magic. Give ourselves some extra defense. Took a hit there. So it slightly reduces the damage I take. It's not a massive deal, but it's something at this point. I'll take that skull match. Ah, I hate that vampirism. He always gets me on the vampirism. He always gets me on the vampirism. Okay, we got him. We got him. All right. We're narrowing it down. We might be able to get him. It's going to be close. We might be able to get him. Channel fire. All right. Hit him. All right. We're getting to it. This is it, kids. And no more yellows. Don't see any yellows. Believe that. Hit him. Got him.
You are victorious.
That was harder than I was expecting, actually.
Quest complete.
I might not want that. I was blind on your enemy. What does blind even mean? What does blind even mean in this context? Get rid of that and activate that. Probably a better idea. Remember, there's a level cap in place. Yay, Air Master. Give me the loot. Nothing. There's no reason for me to get this dungeon. I'm not going to get anything from it, basically. I'm not going to be able to capture it. I might be able to capture some enemies. There's Mapleburg. Wait before you turn me in. I'm not dead. Let's return to the Dark Hunter. Quest complete.
Quest complete.
Okay, does 10 points of damage to undead if you get the start. Ooh, that's cool. I don't remember this part. All right, so we've basically gotten all the content done here. All right, so problem solved. Now we know what we're doing. Of course, most of these quests are probably just like this, but there's way more to the other stuff. But I won't be able to actually do this quest. Well, it's locked behind some content, I bet. I mean, I bet it's locked behind some other content. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm just curious what else is on here, but I think we found pretty much everything there is to find. No more rumors available, of course. What is it? Press Y on the pad. I'm not going to abandon the quest just yet. Okay, let's fight the troll. Let's see how high level he is. He's not that tough. A little more cunning than most trolls. What the heck? So we're gonna need to steal all those blue gems. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, we gotta steal those blue gems no matter what. We can chain all those in the fire if needed. We can chain all those blue gems in the fire if needed, so we'll see if we can make it work. But yeah, it looks like we gotta steal every blue gem on the board. That seems to be the way to do this. Ah, look at that lucky skull drop. A lucky skull spawn. 1, 2, 3. Don't have a vertical drop I can make, so we'll just do this. I couldn't do a vertical with match 3, so that would have been a perfect match if it dropped into place, but not gonna happen. Yeah, dude, we gotta steal every blue match. Every single blue match you see, we gotta steal it. Unless, of course, that happens. There's a mana burn ability we have, right? Ugh, jeez. Killing me. Turn doesn't end if mana is above 8, so good. He's going to lose some of that blue, but we can't steal it all. We will get a chance to heal him, so yes, he just healed himself, so. We got to steal these blues. He's going to heal himself again, so we got to steal his blues. There's no other way around it. Again, you can always channel the blues into reds if we need that. So we can eat those blues if needed. So he healed himself back to full, so keep that in mind. Alright, so gotta whack him hard. Steal every blue and whack him. You can use mana burn over on the left side of the screen to steal any gems he's accumulated, so that might help. But the blue ones are the dangerous. That's the only spell he has. This is his ability to regenerate. You don't remember this character at all in the first game. But here we are. Yeah, we'll just steal everything. Can we channel fire? Nope. Okay, so he can't heal himself now. Of course, I don't have any magic spells either because I have no mana. Ugh, jeez. No 4 in a row is fine. So he's going to get a skull match. Blue over here, I better eat it. I think my logic now is just totally based on defensive counter picking. Just stealing every blue match that shows up. Just stealing every blue. Because I can't think of any other strategy that will work. I'll leave that. 1, 2, 3. It's a safe drop. No, it wasn't. It seemed safe at the time. Ugh, jeez. We're going to get killed out here. We're getting mortilated. We're getting mortilated. We're getting murderated. Ugh, jeez. Nope. Okay, how are we on the blues? Yeah, I think we're fine-ish. Gotta start using some of this magic. Get him. Yeah, but it's not gonna matter. I'm way too far behind at this point. Yeah, lucky match 4 on that spawn. Amazing. Funny how that just happened to work out. So yeah, that's the Puzzle Quest demo. There is a lot more content in the final game, obviously, but you have to grind through a lot of this. But there's definitely some fun to be had, despite how slow the game is even now. They never fixed the speed problem. But they made it work. And there's no way to speed up. There's no way to speed up the pace, which is kind of weird because that's a feature is in Gems of War. I figured it was just some frame skip logic. But oh well. That was a lucky skull drop. I'm still 30 life points behind. This could be interesting. Give me that. Nope. Yeah, somehow he still gets those blues. I have to mana burn him. Give me a second. My turn will not end. So we ate up some of those blues he needed to regenerate his health. Like I said, I have to play that defensively. Like, it's gotten really bad. Can't slide that in. Actually, I can slide that over here for the reds. Yeah, give me that. Alright, that's something. Ugh. I'm gonna die again. Too bad I don't have any healing spells. Too bad the wizard doesn't have any healing spells. What does blind even mean? Let me check. Blind, you cannot use any spells. Okay, that's good. So it's like silence. That's good. So blind helps me a lot, actually. It's a light spell. Still want the blues. Even if we have to channel them into reds. Nice wild card drop. Yeah, come on. Come on. Garbage. We're gonna have to eat some spells. No more yellows. Funny how that worked out. The light burns a lot of yellow. Turn isn't over. I do need some yellows. Look at that stair step. And a lucky blue spawn. Give me that. Four healing points, but he's out of blues. That's not terrible. Eat him. Left a blue wild card on the table. So I could be able to heal himself. The 4 in a row on the gold.
Your hero is near use.
Alright, I think we get the idea. Too bad, really. So what's this? So where is it? How do I practice against the young knight? I've seen any young knights around here. There is someone guarding Bartonia. Nope. Don't need that. Guess we have to go to the tavern, huh? Pretty sure I saw this in Shadow of Mordor. Yeah, I think we're done. Alright, so we'll be done with the demo in just a second, but that's basically most of the content of the demo right there. I think we pretty much made our point. How's the game? It's fine. It's Puzzle Quest. It gets better. It just takes a while to grind through the first 2.5 hours of the game. More interesting mechanics. Like, you know, capturing enemies at dungeons and stuff. It does the job. It is kind of slow, though. It's just long as you don't get into it. This was video number 2, excuse me, of Puzzle Quest: The Legend Returns. With free demo, it can be played offline once you download it. It's pretty small. I said choose opponent. Recorded the audio of my Skull Candy earbuds into the audio splitter, into a J5 Create USB-C capture device, into the quad-core Windows 10 laptop with the Windows 10 camera app capturing this footage at 60 frames a second. We'll cut it to 30. It's a turn-based match 3 game. What do you want?